Is SuperArpeggios, and that's a tool. It sounds scary in a way, but it's a real simple graphic tool for opening up the guitar neck and opening nice sounds. And for the soloist, it's really hard to get lost with this with the graphic nature of the way it lays out the neck. So away with my face and down to the fretboard. Okay. Here's how a SuperArpeggio is: a series of notes that has a minor third interval, then followed by a major third, then a minor third, and major third. So this is how it looks in A minor. We're going to go A minor, and we're in A. That's a minor third interval, major third, minor third, major third, minor third, major third, minor third, major third. That's when it gets outside right there. It's that C sharp against this A. And it would look like it's actually turned into an A major chord in a way. So the SuperArpeggio takes you outside the chord structure or the key center in a very systematic way. So here's how it sounds a little faster. Whoops, let me do that again. And that note sounds really cool to me. That was in B. I got a new guitar and it's got a little bit longer neck than my other one. So here we are back in A, and we'll start with a major third first. So major, minor, major, minor, major, minor, major. End up with a flat 9, and that's really outside. So hear how cool that sounds? So for the most part, until you get several generations away, it's going to sound pretty natural. A nice wide spacing on the notes, so you get a whole different flavor of animal there. Okay, now that's fine if you're going to play vertically like this, but a lot of times we're down here playing an upper register, and this is now a kind of a trick or a gimmick that happens to work itself out with the guitar very nicely. Is that if we're playing triad chords, here we are in A minor, so you have part of an A minor right here, these two notes. They're vertically associated to each other. If you have a vertical notes on the B and G string, vertical, your arpeggio notes are going to be a whole step apart on the E string, either way from that vertical intersection. So you got, see that? This note now is the start of your next set of notes, and that will be a diagonal shaped triad, and that position marker here always leads you to the minor third now, right under the pinky. This one is now your first note here. And so on. So here's how it sounds. So you got major third, minor, major, all with a nice little pattern like that. This is how I started figuring out sweep picking, because I wanted to hit that note like that, and so I'd like to play along with a little jam that I have going on with this song. I'll do that on the next version. So now we're going to see how that SuperArpeggio actually works with the chord progression. We're basically in the key of G, and but it's not going to matter too much as you see this SuperArpeggio come to play. The chords are C major 7, A minor 7, C major 7, B minor 7. Now the arpeggio. See that? See, I just switched it. That's outside. This brings up the idea of a pattern taking over music theory, and we'll get into that a little bit more. And it's fascinating, as it's almost logic instead of music. As you apply a pattern, the ear hears the pattern takes the ear outside of the tonal center, but since it does it in a systematic way, the ear doesn't care. The ear is taken there, and it doesn't mind following. So you can think in terms of patterns just as well as you can think in terms of what scale to play over what chord, or all that kind of stuff. Sometimes the patterns make absolute no sense to the musical structure if it's taken out of context of the playing. And it's a fascinating discussion, and we'll get to it in another video. But the SuperArpeggio is an introduction to that very thing. Take care.